Yes, hello, racing fans. Dewey D is with us tonight. He also known as Mr. Pick Five, and he's from Virginia, and but he plays a lot of New York racing. He last weekend hit the late Pick Five at Saratoga for 2,700s, invested $125, and I want him to tell us a little bit about what he did last week to get that nice victory. Dude, welcome to the podcast. How are you? How you feeling?
I feel great. Thanks for
You're
having
gonna
me.
you're gonna hit one tomorrow, bud.
Most likely.
That's what I figured.
I think so.
I figured.
It was 2769.
20. Oh, good. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Hey, and I got to tell the fans. There must have been about 4 winters ago. I'd be talking to Dew. I'm in Ocean City, New Jersey. He's in Virginia, and we'd be handicapping Aqueduct Winter Racing. And I'd be betting $24, $36, and Dude be betting $224. And he hit the pick five at least 7 times that winter. You know what I mean? So racing fans, you got to invest some money if you want to hit the pick five. Dude's going to tell you about it. Dude, tell us about what happened last week.
Last week, we were handicapping on the beach like we normally do, and we tried to come to a consensus. Obviously, watch the show, get your guys' input. And, for those people who don't know the pick five, it's what you would call a horizontal bet, so exacta trifecta vertical bets, right? Same race, single race bet, right? There's also one of the great things about horse racing is the creativity in the betting. We have horizontal bets, right? So we can bet between races, and honestly, it's probably where the major payouts are going to be in those horizontal bets.
Yeah, right.
And obviously, the name of the show, Daily Double, 2 races. Then pick 3, pick 4, pick 5, and a pick 6. And I kind of honed into the pick 5 over time. I like the denomination. You can bet a 50-cent bet.
Yeah.
It's real easy to calculate. So the number of horses in each race you have, you just multiply them all together and times it by 50 cents. And it would give you the value of what you're betting. Basically, you're betting a certain number of combinations of 50 cents of all the horses. And last week, we had a nice one. I have the sequence here on my phone. That I played. The first leg was a turf race, and is really where I made a good call.
Great call.
Yeah,
Looks call.
looks call. I had a horse called Navy Seal. Was on the turf. It came out, had just beautiful coat. It was a race that was pretty wide open on paper, where a lot of horses had a chance. He was well bred. Just loved the way he looked and looked like the way he was feeling. And I took a chance on him, and I singled that horse in that race,
That was Kate.
which really, as we'll see and when we look at this other one, opened up the rest of the ticket for me so that I could expand.
Yeah. Well, you know what was beautiful about that? Once it opened up, it gave you the chance to put it all in the last race,
Right.
which
Yeah.
made the thing very exciting.
One of the things that my cousin Josh and I sort of argue about sometimes, he likes to put horses up front because he wants to be in it at the end. I love the feeling of having all the horses in the last race because the horse that won the last race was about 8-1. And I got 27.69 back. There were a few other horses in the race that, particularly one of them, that was 33,000 if he won.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're going to hit the big one, hitting that all button, as we'll look at the sequence, it really is
It's
the key to it, right?
It's the ultimate dream. I mean, you want to be in that position. You actually want a lot of time between races at that point in time,
Yeah.
just so you could savor that moment.
I can remember one day you and I at Saratoga, we were 4 for 4 in the pick 5.
Oh, I remember that one.
The skies open up and it starts pouring rain.
It was good and bad.
It was good and
It was a
bad.
little bit of a letdown.
Well, we had in all going in the last race, we had 10 horses. Starts pouring rain. They take the race off the turf and they announce that they're canceling the pick 5.
Yeah.
But they're paying out $332 for each horse.
For each horse.
We had 10 horses.
Yeah.
So we got 10 times $332. We got $3,320, which is split.
Yeah. We were happy.
we
we
were
were
happy.
happy. I mean,
Yeah.
we'd prefer to have seen the race, but
Right.
we were happy.
Because you get that all, you don't know what can happen,
Yeah, I think we were smiling for a few hours after that.
We went and got some cheese fries, But, what happened the next day after I hit the pick 5, I obviously went for it again.
Yes.
The one the next day, I wound up just kind of hitting the all button in the wrong race, it paid $120,000 the next day.
Oh,
So
yeah.
my cousin Chris and I split a ticket, and it was just we had two singles and three alls, and we just kind of got it backwards in one race where we had the single thing paid 120,000 claims.
Oh, man.
You know,
Oh, oh, yeah.
that would have been a nice,
That would have been
yeah,
great.
that would have been
Yeah,
a good summer.
that was right there.
Yeah.
That was right there. And what about the other horses in those other races? What did you have? So you had a single there. You had an all at the end. Was there another single in that sequence?
I had the second leg. I had two horses. I had a horse named Pipsy and a horse named Futures
Oh,
Now.
Futures Now. That was the one with yeah. That was the one with Paco Lopez. That horse made a ton of
Yeah,
sense.
so two horses they ran.
All right.
1-2 last time out. Came right back
And he
together.
won fairly. And then Bucadano.
Bokum Dano. I actually had three horses in that race, but Bokum Dano made a ton
Bucadano
of
dominant.
sense.
So you actually had two very hot favorites
Yeah.
win in your sequence.
Yeah. And that's the great thing about the pick five is that you don't necessarily have to be exactly right in every one. You
Yeah.
just kind of, I mean, I had two horses and three horses in those races. I made one really good call and two just okay calls. And then I got a little lucky that in my races where I spread, I got some value in.
Yeah, and ultimately the key was that first horse, though.
He was the
You
first
get
horse,
that
yeah.
first horse at 8-1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just opened up the whole
Opens
thing.
up the ticket.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a great one. That was a great one to start your vacation. All right, now we've got a late pick five tomorrow. Obviously, it involves sovereignty. So obviously, we're taking you're taking a single with sovereignty. There's no way you're going to try and beat sovereignty, is there? You're not going to beat sovereignty, right?
I'm going to go sovereignty. I mean,
What
I
about
feel
those
like
workouts on Baeza that I just told Josh about?
my only problem with Baeza is that Sovereignty just beat him by 6 over the track. I mean, it's hard to imagine him turning those kind of tables from what I saw in that race.
I would agree. I think those are unbelievable workouts consistently.
Those
I
are
think
good works.
it's a son of McKenzie. I think you might see this horse closer up tomorrow. That's my instinct.
I would
potentially.
give Baeza more of a chance if he was more of a speed type. I feel like if Sovereignty were going to lose, because only 5 horse field, that's why Moplex is interesting because he's going to get to the lead
Yeah,
and by himself probably.
I
And
would think so.
Sovereignty,
Yeah,
I hope that Junior's having a good day, like he was a few weeks ago when he put the horse in contention early in the race,
Yeah.
and it needs to be close. And if he breaks slow out of the gate and he's in the back, I'm probably going to strangle Josh and say, what the freak, Junior? What today you got to do it to me? And
Yeah.
he's just like, hopefully, he puts him in that spot where he's
Yeah.
like maybe 2-3 off. He gets a clean run at him, and he's the best horse.
yeah. Well, this horse is a champion. He's going to win.
Yeah.
Go to the first leg. All right, the first leg. What's the condition? What do we got? A maiden special?
8th race, we got state bred allowance.
State bred allowance. Okay.
$95,000 at one. They're going 6 furlongs on the dirt.
Okay. How many horses do you want to take in this race, in this first leg?
This horse race, I think I'm going to go with a 5-pack in this race. I feel like these state bred allowance races have a chance for some prices because they're just sort of average horses. When you and I looked at the race, the sort of thing that jumped out to me was the enormous amount of speed in this race.
Oh, yeah.
There's about, I would say, 4 horses that to win really need to have the lead.
Yeah.
So when we see that, we're sort of looking for the horses that are going to be sitting off the lead, that probably have a little bit of an advantage in that kind of race,
Yeah. And these are pretty good horses.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd say that the 2 horse is a speed sort of stock type. I'm going to include him. His name is Stewie. The reason that I'm going to put him in really too is because he's going from Elliott to Irad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard not to put Irad's batting 30% right now. I should have picked first and taken him in the jockey thing. Because he's got 18 winners and Flavian I think has about 7.
Yeah. And Flavian's going to Santa Anita or no Del Mar tomorrow to ride Nysos too. So
yeah,
he can lose some more ground.
Yeah, he needs to stay in New York, Flavian. What are you doing to me? So I'm gonna keep Stewie in. The 3 horse Vikinda is a horse that's been away since April. He's got 8 starts with 5 seconds, but he's a stalk rallier kind of type, and his races are on par with the others. Just maybe the only knock is a little bit of a layoff. George Weaver's pretty good off the layoff.
George is hot.
I like the way he's running right now.
Yeah,
So
George has been very hot.
I'm going to keep him in. I'm gonna dump the Finger Lakes horses, the cheap horses, and then I'm gonna go to the back page here and probably put the 9 and 10 in.
Yeah, I like the 9 and 10. They both
Yeah,
have stalkability.
both have stalkability.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they look good. So you've got a 4 horser in the first.
five. I'm gonna go 5 horses.
5 horses in the first. Now let me ask you this. All right, so that's what you say. Suppose you see the horses tomorrow for this race. Do you think that'll sway you at all? Will you use that if you see something that looks exceptional, you might
Yeah,
add something.
I think I could. I
If
think
somebody looks terrible, you might throw them out or whatnot.
the ticket that I've kind of mapped out is in the $100 range. So
Right.
each one of these horses is about $20 because I
Okay.
got, 5 times
Okay.
20 is 100. So if I wanted to add another, it would cost me another $20. If I
Okay.
felt strongly, I would just increase the ticket a little bit, or I would swap somebody in if I didn't like the look of the horse.
Okay. Very good. How about the second leg? What do we got in the second leg?
Second leg, we've got the Lake George,
Ooh,
which
Lake
is a great
George.
race.
Lake George.
Yeah, mile 16th on the turf,
What's the purse now for Lake George?
175,
175
175,000
for 3-year-olds.
for 3-year-olds, for
Right.
3-year-old fillies.
3-year-old fillies.
Yeah.
What do you think?
This is an interesting race. This is probably, in my opinion, the defining race of the sequence because you've got 3 horses, the 4, 5, and 10, that just ran against each other over the track.
Yeah,
And they
right.
ran 1, 2, 3.
Right.
They're all well bred. They're all well trained. 2 of them are Chad Brown horses. One's a Marquess horse. The Marquess horse actually wired the field last time out at a mile.
Right.
This is a mile 16th. They're going just a little bit further.
Right.
I would love to take all 3 of them, but that's a 3x of the ticket, and you're not going to get a ton of value with those 3, I think. So
Right.
I think I'm going to take a chance with the 10, play with fire as a single, just because I went back and watched the race from July 3rd at a mile. The other 2 horses went to the lead and sort of dueled a little bit, and the 5 was able to pull away and hold on. This horse on the outside was really moving at the end. I feel like he would have got up in another, few jumps. The extra 16th of a mile, I think, kind of maybe suits him more than the
Yeah.
other 2. And,
Yeah.
taking
I would pretty
a
much
stand
agree.
there.
I would pretty much agree with you, but I just got done reading an article 2 hours ago where Mark Cass said he really didn't want Jose to go to the lead this day. He
Really?
said that he wanted this horse to stalk, but he left it in Jose's hands. Jose just kind of like went and did his thing.
Yeah.
And Marquez also said in the article that at the end of the race, the horse, after the wire, the horse actually started running faster. So at that point in time, it makes me a little bit curious about that horse as well.
I mean,
So I don't know. That's the thing that scares me.
yeah.
If we could take the 5 and the 10 in there, maybe, I don't know. Just from reading that article, I thought that was interesting.
I think that the thing on the paper that jumps out to me though is the races where he went further than a mile, he stopped
Yeah.
on paper at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, right.
So
And that's evidence.
it's hard to,
And that's evidence. There's no doubt. But I agree with you. I like the 10 the best. And the question is, well, suppose if you had gotten the first race down, suppose the first race comes out and you could get it down on looks or something to
Yeah.
2 or 3 horses tomorrow.
I go
You could
4, 5,
make,
10.
yeah, then you could probably expect. Go to the next one. The next race after that is what?
That's the Jim Dandy.
Oh, Jim Danny. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
I mean,
It's a no-brainer. I mean, Moplex makes it a little interesting. But other than that, I mean, Moplex doesn't have the class to run with age yet.
it's hard.
It's not
It's
that.
hard to invest a substantial $100 bet and not take some because if you take another horse, you're doubling your bet.
Yeah, and he could be 1-9.
It could be 1-9.
It could be. I mean, but I think and Moplex will take money.
Yeah,
I think handicappers are going to gravitate towards them. Even though Flavian's not on him, he's riding Nisos tomorrow at Del Mar.
Yeah,
I'm just amazed by those works, and I think Moplex does like this track. And maybe what if he runs a nice 148
I mean,
change?
if you're looking for the big one,
Yeah.
the big one in this sequence is the 5, the Sovereignty Losing. Like that's
exactly.
that's the big ticket.
Yeah, right.
If you want to hit the $10,000 one, that's the formula on the card.
Right on. I'm with you. How about the 11th race?
11th race,
Tricky.
very tricky. So
How do we play it?
this race, I'm thinking an all in this race.
Okay,
yeah.
that makes things nice and easy.
There's 10 horses in this
Oh my
race.
gosh.
It's a state bred maiden special weight race. So horses that have never won a race. They're going a mile 16th on the turf. I mean, you can kind of make a case for everybody. The 9 maybe jumps out a little bit as the best horse he's got a 70 and a 72 buyer at Churchill. He ran against a open made special, meaning that the horses in this race were all bred in New York.
They all bred
The
in New
horses
York.
that
He was an open
He's an
company.
open company. So
That's
this is a
good.
lower level for him.
Well, okay.
But he's 0 for 6, and he hasn't been able to get it done yet. So he probably makes the most sense on paper, but he's not overwhelming. And every other horse on the page has a reasonable race.
Anything goes.
The
Anything goes.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a scratch in the race or something like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, you got the whole shebang. All right. So look, Sovereignty seems like a lock. You got you got an all here. You got 2 races pretty, but you're making it a bet 3 almost. You know what I mean?
Sort of, yeah. Especially if the 10 wins. I mean, the 10's probably my stand in that.
Yeah, the
that
10
race
the
with
10's the stand.
Yeah.
And that's going to be that figures to be a close finish. That's the thing.
I think so. Yeah.
Finish. How about the last race? What was the conditions of that race?
Last race is what we would call maiden claiming race, meaning that if you put your horse in the race, somebody could claim the horse and take ownership. It's a $50,000 maiden claiming, so they have to pay $50,000 to claim your horse.
Right.
It's a mile 16th on the turf. Again, horses that have never won. I've got a pack of 6 here.
Right.
Again, I think
that's half the field.
Yeah, probably one of the more wide open events. I thought that the earlier races were more formful, and the last 2 were open.
Do you feel confident in these 6 horses that there's a 75% chance one of these 6 is going to win the race?
What did you say the other day? The typhoon in the Atlantic?
Yeah.
I think, I'd say about that. I mean, there are horses that have never won. It's the last race of the day. Sometimes you can get a price in this one, but right. I think I've got 6 really good shots. You got
6 really good shots.
The horses I've left out don't make a ton of sense. The 1's 0 for 10. The 2's 0 for 12. The 4 horse hasn't shown much. He's got a 3rd with a 65 buyer, but he's been beaten by Battle Drum, the 9, on the last 2 starts. The 5 hasn't made it out of the 40 buyers. He's a colonial horse. The 6 horse I've got in, dropping from maiden special to maiden claiming. 7 ran a 78 buyer at Belmont Aqueduct. He's probably going to be the favorite. Makes the most sense, I think.
Right.
Brad Cox dropping
to
maiden 50, but the horse cost $600,000.
How much is claiming price?
$50,000. So
you want to buy him tomorrow?
Can I borrow $50,000?
Oh my gosh!
If I had hit that freaking pick 5 the other day, maybe I would have bought him for the 120.
Who's he a son of?
He's the son of Tappet.
Oh, jeez.
So, I mean, that doesn't show a ton of confidence. You paid $600,000 for a horse. You're risking someone taking him.
That's why you got to have 6 horses in this race.
So, I mean, obviously, if they thought the horse was good, they would have stayed in main special.
Okay, how much is your ticket? How much is the connection?
So I've got,
from what you have right now,
I've got 5 in the first
without any scratches.
So it's 5 times 1.
Okay.
Times 1 is 5. Times 10 is 50 times 6 would be 300, right?
Yeah.
Divided by 2 would be
$150. So it's $150 ticket.
Yeah.
Right on. And it just seems to me, in retrospect, the only thing that feels a touch shaky to me is the turf race, the Lake George, where these horses finish so close together. I do agree with you. I think Play with Fire should run. And like you said, this is his 2nd race with Chad Brown.
Yeah. That was,
all he has to do is improve a little bit more. Who's on him today? Did I ride again?
Manny's on him.
Oh, Manny's on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, and if you wanted to pare it back, I'd say either the 9 in the 11th race or the 7 in the 12th race. Maybe you could take a chance on one of those, but like I said, they're not like, would say they're short things on paper as much as like a Sovereignty or one of these other ones.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. And you got an all where you can get yourself a decent price, 8, 9, 10 to 1. The last race, you're going to have anywhere from 6 to 10 to 1 potentials.
Yeah.
So it could be looking at with those things happening. You could be looking at $1,000 ticket. You know what I mean?
I need
$1,000 potential.
I need 10 to 1, 3 to 1, 2 to 5.
Yeah.
10 to 1, 10 to 1.
Yeah, I think your ticket sounds very, very viable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good luck with it tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be neat if you could hit one this week again.
I mean, I'm probably going to hit about 10 this summer, so you know.
Well, we're rooting for you, man, and that's why you're known as Pick Five. Thanks
Pick
for coming.
five, yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Tell
back.
Flavia and Pratt to come back.
Thanks so much.